Greetings, YouTube. It's Scooby-Doo, and it's rant time.
Don't make lemonade. Get mad.
I'm left-handed, and I'm fed up. There was a point in my life that I wore the badge of being left-handed proudly. Whenever the topic came up, I'd respond by naming a smart, famous person that is left-handed, as if that made me awesome too. But the fact is, we live in a world dominated by right-handed people. Lefties have to struggle while operating everyday things like scissors and can openers. Hell, I can't even use a friend's computer because I end up leaving the mouse on the left side of the computer, and he'll say something like, "Who moved my mouse?" You know who moved the mouse. Move it back and quit being a baby. It all started in elementary school. Desks were really close together, and there was always a conflict for elbow space if I was on the wrong side. The result was getting me moved to a different desk, and it was humiliating, like I'm the bad egg that has to move. This jockeying for elbow space is still a problem for me when I go to a restaurant. And I hate large luncheons. I have to go extra early so I can pick a left corner to sit at, and then I have to sit there like a dumbass by myself waiting for others to arrive. If I don't get there early, I have to play tuck the elbow all night. And I don't know about you, but I don't like tucking it all night. All right, back to elementary school. Visualize a small left-handed first grader with a pair of right-handed scissors in an art class. The kid tries to cut the paper, but the paper just folds between the blades. The kid has to ask for help to operate scissors because the blades just push apart if you try to operate them normally. And learning to write was a nightmare too. While people are writing, they have to rest their hand on the paper. Lefties end up dragging their hand directly over the letters they just wrote. Everything gets all smudged. It makes a huge mess. A teacher who is probably right-handed immediately thinks they have a stupid kid on their hands. And at the ripe old age of 5 or 6, we get branded as being dumb, sloppy troublemakers. This all sounds like nonsense ramblings that I've heard before. I'm working on it, damn it, stay with me. The problem is that we lefties are discriminated against, beginning with the name. Left is sinister in Latin. So here's my proposal, and it's really simple. Include left-handed people in the Americans with Disabilities Act. Seriously, we are disabled compared to normal people. And the ADA was passed to help disabled people live a more normal life. I get it that our disability doesn't hamper us nearly as much as a person who can't walk because they are in a wheelchair. Lefties make about 10% less income than right-handed people. And worst of all, on average, we die 9 years earlier than righties.
But rumour death isn't the handicap it used to be in the olden days. It doesn't screw your career up like it used to.
That's what they say, Lister, but if you had two people coming for a job and one of them was dead, which one would you choose?
Many studies have been done on why this happens. Sometimes there's a link to a medical cause, and sometimes there appears to be a link to a physical cause, like trying to operate a saw that was designed for a righty. Regardless, we lefties are at risk because of this genetic condition. And being left-handed is a genetic killer that affects 15% of the population and causes substantial harm during a person's lifetime. If a left-handed section was added to the ADA, we could force schools to provide left-handed student-teacher training. If teachers better understood the problem, they would be better equipped to teach lefties. If we stop the discrimination early and learn to teach left-handed children how to cut paper properly, we can probably fix the lefty to righty income gap. I also propose adding some verbiage to address the negative psychological impact that we've endured. Adding psychological verbiage would give us the medical credibility to justify a medical marijuana card. And let's face it, since we die sooner, we should get a parking placard. We shouldn't have to waste our shortened life walking around a parking lot. It's just not fair to us. I'll turn it in if I hit my 65th birthday. Scooby-Doo out.
Play a little ping pong, but it's not a break. Play a little ding dong, break, simple break.